It's just me. And then I'm going to mute you. And then we should be good to go. Okay. Oh, Ruby like hasn't moved since I got here. She literally hasn't. You just plopped down. I just plopped right down. Okay, friends. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Just throwing it out there. If you're bored tonight and you're like, what can I do? It's my time right now. At 6:30, I'm doing it's a free breathwork journey on Zoom. So you just turn on your computer and all you need for yourself is a private space. So you'll want like your own room so you don't have your family or whatever going on around you. Just a private space. And if you have headphones. If you don't have, you'll be fine, but it definitely helps the experience if you have headphones. And then really that's all. You'll just lay down and take the instruction and see what happens. So if you're interested, it's free tonight, 6:30. Ask me for the information and I'm happy to write down like the Zoom info or whatever you need before you leave. Hi, Kai. Let's see, I'm trying to think anything else upcoming. Oh, important. I actually didn't realize this until yesterday. So this weekend, there's a training going on in this space. So there's no classes. My Sunday class is going to be canceled this weekend. There's no classes except the only one happening is Saturday, 7:30 a.m. because it's early enough that it doesn't affect it. They're training from like 10 to 6. So all the Mosaic classes on Saturday and Sunday are canceled other than that, 7:30. I don't think so. I think he's got like maybe like another week or something with his fam. So unless it's somebody different, then I think it's Amy. All right. Anything else? Any questions? Okay, cool. Let's just practice then. How about we start on our backs? So lay on down. Lay down, and as you lay down, anything that would feel good. So it might feel really good just to reach your arms and your legs long. Might feel good to hug your knees in. Maybe you give yourself a little temple massage. Maybe you tap your chest with your fingers, tap your belly. So any little movements, wiggles. And then eventually just find a position that you can rest and relax in. So maybe you're in Shavasana. Maybe you're in constructive rest. Maybe you're in reclined cobbler's pose, feet together, knees apart. And as you are ready, close your eyes if you really prefer to keep them open. Soften your gaze. So try not to look around the room with satellite eyes, but just let your gaze lower, let your gaze soften. And then invitation, if you want, to bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your low belly. And just take these first couple moments to arrive here really, really fully. So feel the weight of your body on the ground. Notice, are there any places that you're physically kind of tensing up, tightening up through your facial muscles, through your shoulders, through your fingers, through your outer shell? And just by noticing, see if you can let them kind of soften, see if anything shifts. And start to, if you haven't already, connect with your breath. So bring awareness into your breath, feel into it, the rise and fall. Maybe visualize it. Use your imagination, use your third eye center. And the next time you breathe in, very intentionally fill up as big as you can. When you think you are full, see if you can take an extra little sip of air at the top. And then open your mouth and sigh it out. Let it go. Good job. Do that a couple more times. Great big, huge inhale. Fill up. Let that breath move into every little space, that prana, that life force. Extra sip, extra teaspoon more. Open your mouth and release. Let it go. All the way to the very, very bottom. Find emptiness. And last time, great big, huge inhale. Expand, inflate, take up more space, hold. Extra sip, possibly even 2 extra sips. Out your mouth when you're ready. Let it go all the way to empty. And then Ujjayi breath. Seal your lips. Breathe in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So you're using the muscles in the back of your throat that you use when you whisper, when you gasp, when you hum. So you might even think of this like humming on the inside. You're not using your actual voice, but you are creating your own vibration inside. Slow, steady. How big and spacious can you make each inhalation? How empty can you get with your exhalations? Can you find that place where your navel draws all the way back towards your spine? Call it Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock. You feel your core engage. Feel that intrinsic strength. So you can stay here as long as you want to, just connecting to your breath, connecting to your rhythm, connecting to this present moment. You can come back here at any time during your practice, during our practice, that you just want to take a moment and rest. If you're ready to start moving, draw your knees towards your belly and find a little rock, just gentle rock from side to side or even around in a little circle. So circle your knees around, trace your sacrum against the ground if you want to. And then extend your legs up towards the sky. Bend your knees as much as you need to so this doesn't pull on your low back at all, and keep a neutral spine. If you happen to have a block, you can bring it in between your inner thighs, the skinniest width, the smallest width. If you don't have a block, no big deal. Just squeeze your legs together. So activate your feet and hug in with your inner thighs. Tee out your arms or cactus your arms against the ground. Take one more inhale here. Feel your neutral spine. Feel your active feet. Exhale, lower your legs super slowly over to your right and keep them hovering above the ground. Hold there as you breathe in. Keep the back of your left shoulder rooted down, and you can bend your knees if you need to. Exhale to slowly, smoothly bring your legs back up to center. Pause, center, neutral spine, breathe in. Squeeze your legs together and exhale, move them to the left ever so slowly. Keep them hovering above the ground. Back of your right shoulder is rooted down. Breathe in, bend your knees if you need to. Squeeze your legs together as you exhale slowly, like you're moving through molasses. Bring your knees back up. We'll do that one more time each side. Inhale, center, neutral spine, active feet. Squeeze your legs or squeeze your block. Exhale over to the right. Bend your knees for a little less intensity at any time. Inhale, back of your left shoulder stays rooted. And as you exhale, use your strong core to bring your legs back up. Inhale, neutral spine, active feet, squeeze. Exhale, last time, over to the left. As far as you can go without letting them touch, without letting your right shoulder lift. Breathe in, hover, hold. And exhale, back to center, back to midline. Inhale, extend your legs as high as you can and see if you can feel the front of your thighs turn on, your quad squeeze. As you exhale, set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. If you've got a block in between your inner thighs, scoot it as close to your pelvis as you can. Keep it on that skinniest width, that smallest width. Arms down by your sides. We're moving towards bridge. Make sure your heels are close enough to your upper body that you can graze the backs of your heels with your middle fingers. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up. And as you inhale, peel your spine off your yoga mat. Once you get to the top of your bridge, if you want to, you can interlace your fingers underneath you. So kind of work your shoulders under and then interlace. Or you can find robot arms. Bend your elbows, palms face each other, fingers face the sky. Press down through the back of your head. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Whether or not you've got a block in between your inner thighs, hug in. So hug your block or hug your invisible block. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. So we are not trying to squeeze our glutes as hard as we can. There's just a little toning in our glutes. We want most of the strength in our back and in our hamstrings, in the backs of our legs. Take 1 or 2 more deep breaths. Breathe all the way down into low belly, all the way down into the front of your hips. Imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins forward. If you've got your shoulders underneath you, work them out from under you. Invitation to reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Last big inhale. Lift your hips. Slow as you can. Keep reaching your arms up and lower your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Once you are back down in a neutral spine position, tee out your arms or cactus your arms. Bring your feet out wide to the width of your yoga mat and take a few rounds of windshield wipers side to side. Usually, the slower you go, the more you will get out of it. So you might even pause for a moment on one side and really work your top knee forward and down. Feel into your hips, your low back, your side body. Good breathing. Reconnect to your breath if you've lost it. Slow and steady. Finish the round you are on and then come back to center. From center, find a happy baby pose. So lift your feet, grab hold of your feet. As you pull down with your arms, press up through your heels, flex your toes. You might kind of rock it out side to side. Try your best to find a neutral spine. So use this pose to neutralize, to traction out. And then after a few breaths in your happy baby, hug your knees in. And we'll start rocking forward and back. If you want to find your own way up to hands and knees, totally fine. Otherwise, take a few rocks, a few rolls, and eventually rock up across your ankles and roll over your feet. So coming forward, hands and knees tabletop, and any movement that calls to you, anything that feels good or feels interesting or feels curious in your body. Close your eyes if it helps you get out of your head. Close your eyes if it helps you get out of judgment. Just focus on curiosity, even playfulness. So not tuning in so that you can say, I hate this stupid right shoulder. My wrist is hurting again. Tuning in so you can say, how's my right shoulder doing today? What feels different today? How's my wrist today? What can I do to change the way it feels? What happens if I spread my fingers wider or take my hands wider or make a fist instead? So just getting curious about what's going on and how you might respond to it. In your next few rounds, my friends, downward facing dog. So take your time and you can get there any way you want to. Downward facing dog is our eventual destination. Ujjayi breath, check back in, fire it back up. So the more you can figure out how to use your breath to support you in this practice, the easier it's going to feel as you flow through your yoga practice. So it won't feel like you're fighting every pose. It won't feel like you're muscling your way through. Your breath will support you from the inside. It's like a second wind and then a third wind and then a fourth wind. It just keeps giving you energy. Nice job, you guys. Nice poses. Feel a lift that comes from your center. Feel a connection to your center. Feel your strong hands on the ground, strong fingers. Feel your soft face. Is there any way that you can soften through your outer shell? So you're using lots of energy, lots of muscle. Can you soften around it or soften within it somehow? Maybe use your exhales to soften a little more. Take one more big, deep breath into your down dog. And then at the bottom of your exhale, just slowly start to crawl your hands all the way to the back of your mat. So eventually you will be in a forward fold at the back of your mat. And once you arrive there, bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. So maybe you even bring your feet out to the width of your yoga mat. Keep your toes facing forward. Come into your halfway lift position. And then from halfway lift, first option is to bring left fingertips to the ground or left hand to a block, right arm to the sky. You can bend your left knee as much as you need to. Second option will be left hand to the outside of your right ankle. Right arm can reach up or wrap behind you. Bend your left knee if you need to, but straighten your left leg if you are able to. If you're taking this variation, use the leverage of your hand against your outer ankle and see if you can twist to gaze up more. Take about 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Good job, everybody. Very, very bottom of your next exhale. So take it all the way to empty. Twist to your edge and then slowly unwind and switch to the other side. So maybe right hand on the ground or a block, left arm up. Bend your right knee a little or a lot. And then second option, only if you want to go there. Bring your right hand to the outside of left ankle. Maybe wrap your left arm behind your back. You can grab hold of the front of your right thigh if it's available. Gaze up, open up through the left side of your heart. Good job. If you're holding your outer ankle, use it as gentle leverage. Couple more breaths. Nice job. Awesome, Cam. End of your exhale. Slowly release. Keep your feet wide a little bit longer. Find a ragdoll pose. So in this ragdoll with your feet nice and wide, see if you can let your upper body feel really heavy. Stay rooted through the inner edges of your feet. But if you need to, you can bend your knees a little or a lot. And then just focus on lifting your butt as high as you can, using the strength in your core. So imagine there's a rope attached to your belly button, and it's literally pulling up. You're dangling from it. Head heavy, neck relaxed, soft through your face. Big, deep breaths. Maybe sway side to side like a pendulum swinging. Maybe bounce a little bit. Take one last round here. As you inhale, come to a halfway lift one more time. Invitation to bring your feet in closer, however you prefer them, hips width distance or big toes touch. Exhale, fold. And then let's rise all the way to stand. Take your arms overhead as you breathe in. Hands to heart as you breathe out. With breath, inhale, high mountain, reach up high. Hinge at your hips, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward. Big bend in your knees might be really helpful. All the way down and fold. Beautiful. Inhale to your halfway lift position. Nice, Kai. Exhale, fold, release. Awesome, CC. Press into your feet. Straight spine as you rise. So bend in your knees might feel really good in your low back, arms overhead. Hands to heart, exhale one more time like that. Focus on hinging at your hips and lengthening your spine as you dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, feel your hip hinge. Bend in your knees is helpful. Dive down. So try not to round your way down. Heart leads. Halfway lift position as you inhale. Back of your neck is long. Sides of your neck are long. Exhale, fold. So rewind and come back up. Bending your knees is helpful. Press into your feet. Heart leads, arms to the sky. So nice. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Good job, friends. Inhale, take your arms up. Let's add a little baby back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze. Re-extend, realign, reach up. And then take your dive down slowly. Butt sticks out behind you. Good. Lift halfway as you inhale. This time, exhale, plant your hands or your fingertips and lightly, like you're a four-legged creature, crawl your hands to the top of your mat, plank position. So shoulders over wrists, hips level with shoulders. Push the ground away, take little baby rocks forward and back. Nice, Charles. So see if you can feel not only your strong arms and strong core, but even your strong legs. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Your feet are strong and active. If you want to come to your knees, totally fine. Take one more inhale, rock forward to tippy toes. Exhale, lower halfway down. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your hips sink. Inhale, push back up, straighten your arms. Do that one more time. Exhale, halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push up. Yes, awesome, James. Exhale, slow motion to your belly all the way down. Spider-Man Cobra, bring your hands out really wide. Lift up to your fingertips. Elbows face the sky, heart lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, take a little twist. Left shoulder dips down. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale through center. Lift your heart. Press down through your pelvis and shoelaces. Exhale, other side, twist. Center, inhale, lift as high as feels good in your body. Press into your fingertips, strong hands. Exhale, release. Find your way back to your downward facing dog. All right, friends, we've got about 5 breaths. Just quickly, if you would like a hands-off practice today, you would rather not be touched, you would rather not get physically adjusted, totally fine. Just give me one leg in the air so that I know. Okay, thank you very much. Give yourself a couple more breaths in your down dog. And if you want to, maybe you lift one leg in the air, just stretch, feel around. Maybe you take your feet out really wide and you bring one hand to your opposite ankle so you can get really creative. Feel whatever there is to feel. Get curious. Downward facing dog, we do it all the time, but our bodies are always different. There's always something different happening. So what's going on today? Downward facing dog, take one more big inhale, push the ground away. This time as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or float, forward fold. Halfway lift once you have arrived, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, bow, nice, Scott, let it go. Press into your feet, rise all the way up so you can come up with a straight spine, arms reach. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, let's build our flow. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, you're gonna sit back into a chair pose with your left arm forward and your right arm back. If your feet are hips width distance apart, pay careful attention to keep your knees nice and even with one another. If your big toes are touching, squeeze your inner thighs together. Twist from your center, so try not to lean forward and try not to twist just with your arms, but feel your core working. Weight is in your heels. Take one more round. If you want to, you can wrap your arms around your body. As you inhale, come back to center, arms to the sky, extend. And as you exhale, you're gonna add a little baby back bend. Open up. Inhale, back to high mountain, realign. And then exhale, chair pose, other side, twist. So right arm forward, left arm back, either squeezing inner thighs or make sure your knees stay even. So not twisting from legs, not twisting from arms, twisting from your core. Feel it. You can gaze back over your left shoulder. You can wrap your arms around your body if you want to. Weight in your heels, sit back, sit low. Soften your face. One more round. Inhale will bring you back to a high mountain pose. Arms reach up. And then as you exhale, chair plane pose. So bend your knees, swing both arms back behind you. Option to float up to tiptoes for a balance challenge. If you're on your tiptoes, bend your knees more and see if you can get lower in your legs. Yes, nice, Ellie. Take one more round. Good job. Inhale, heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. So one more back bend. Puff up your chest. And as you exhale, we'll take our dive down. I like to bring my hands right through my third eye center as I take my dive. You do you. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. Back of your neck is long. You're not gazing forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back or hop back. Move through your vinyasa. I shouldn't have said you're not gazing forward, but your neck is not cranking forward. See you back in down dog. Find your own way back. Take your time. Once you're there, really connect to your Ujjayi breath. Feel it powerful. All right, my friends. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. So you can feel around a little bit. What does it feel like to open your hip? What does it feel like to keep your hips square? Where might you collapse when you square off your hips or when you open them up? All right. One more inhale, and I don't care if your hips are square or not, but lift your right leg as high as you can, lengthen. Exhale, right knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, round your spine, and then step forward as soft as possible. Nice Solvay. Take your time to rise up, crescent lunge. All right, strong through your legs. Nice CC, strong through your feet. So feel you're on the ball of your back foot, and your back foot feels powerful and strong. So it doesn't feel like your legs are wobbly and weak. Your entire lower body, powerful, strong, stable, and then your upper body extends, grows into your expression. So feel into it. Gaze up, or maybe you gaze straight forward, but intentional with your gaze, intentional with your breath. Take one more inhale. Very nice, friends. As you exhale, we're going to add a twist. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Back knee bends to a hover, or you can absolutely bring your back knee down for less intensity. Twist from your center, just like we did in our chair earlier. Feel your strong core. Take one more round. Bottom of your exhalation, bring your left hand to the ground. Stay in your twist. Right arm is reaching up now. You can keep your back knee bent or bring it down. You can straighten it out, make it strong and powerful. If there is any other variation of this revolve lunge that you feel like taking right now, feel free. So if you want to turn it into a prayer twist, if you want to walk left hand off the left side of your mat, reach your right hand back behind you, let your heart look up. Go for it. So your pose, your expression. Awesome, Tracy. Beautiful, you guys. Nice, Kate. Take one last huge breath. Feel your pose, feel your body. And then slowly let it go. We're not going to do this in our flow, but right now we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So walk your hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift position. Bring your hands to your hips. Root into your feet. Feel your strong core. Come all the way up to stand. All right, once you're standing, pivot your toes out, heels in. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs. You want your knees right over your ankles. So if you need to adjust your feet, please do. Sit as low as you can and try to press your knees back towards the wall behind you. So press into the outer edges of your feet a lot. Take an inhale, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward like a standing cow pose. And as you exhale, twist towards the back of the room, right shoulder dips down, gaze over left. Stay here and take a full round of breath as you hold. Sit a little lower, keep your knees nice and wide. Inhale through center. Other side, twist forward towards the front of the room. Gaze over right shoulder. Stay and breathe. Press your knees open. Stay low. Inhale, back through center and a little bit faster. Exhale to the back, all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, front, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, center. If you feel like you want to stay here a little bit longer, go for it. Whenever you are ready, just in your own time, straighten your legs, parallel your feet. And you can take your dive down into your wide-legged forward fold. No rush. Good job, you guys. Once you're in your wide-legged fold, you've got a few rounds of breath. Anywhere you want to go. And use your time not to tune out, not to go somewhere else. Not to solve something in your head, just to be in your body, to feel, to notice more. Very nice, friends. Last couple of rounds. You can exhale out your mouth if you want. All right, hands or fingertips to the ground if they're not already there. Walk your hands to the top of your space and come back into your low lunge. So you're in low lunge position. From your low lunge, root into your front foot, standing splits, left leg floats up. So just like a one-legged forward fold, I do not care if you open your hip or if you keep your hip square, but try not to sink into your outer right hip. So hug in with your right inner thigh. If you want to, you can play with some handstand hops. If you want to, you could play with some Shiva squats. Maybe you play with your balance, right arm behind right leg or both arms behind right leg. Nice, you guys, wherever you're at, breath is there with you. Left leg strong, left toes active. Take one more big, huge inhale, maybe lift a little higher, maybe take one last handstand hop. Exhale, forward fold, top of your space, set your left foot down. If your right leg wants a little shake out, go for it. Bring your big toes together so they touch, little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, tiny little potato bug ball. So you can take this however you want to. You can press your heels down to work ankle flexibility, lift heels up to work strength, or invitation to come with me, balance challenge. So coming into a toe stand, hug in with your inner knees, inner thighs, inner heels, point your knees straight forward, bring your hands to your heart center. Stay right here if you want, or inhale center, exhale twist to your left, use your core, so low body stays still. Inhale center, squeeze your inner thighs, exhale twist to your right, hands stay at your heart. Inhale center, one more time each way. Exhale twist. You want to, right hand to the outside of left leg, left arm wraps behind you, gentle leverage. And then through center, other side. Oh, so hard. All the way to empty, work your twist. Inhale center. Exhale, forward fold. You can adjust your feet if you want, walk them out. You might need to give your legs a little shaky shake if your feet are really burning. And then next time you breathe in, just come to a halfway lift position. Realign your spine. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet and take it all the way up. High mountain pose. Arms extend overhead. Pause right here. Notice your own imbalances. So for me personally, my tendency is to press my ribs forward, to flare my ribs forward and stick my butt out. So how do I find a more neutral pelvis, more neutral spine? So feel into your own body. Neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Stand tall. If you need to, you can bend your elbows. All right, root into your right foot. Right foot is your foundation. Lift your left knee up. Flexion through your left toes. And for a moment, see if you can just open and close your left leg. Nothing else moves. Everything else stays still, or as still as possible. All right, take one more just like that. And then figure 4 with chair plane arms. So outer left ankle, top of right thigh, arms swing back as you sit back. This is where we'll go in our flow. But if right now, as we're holding this pose, there's somewhere else you'd like to go, please feel free. So maybe you want to turn it into a forward fold variation. Maybe you want to play with an arm balance. Maybe you want to play with a twist on your own. Flexion through left toes. If you're sitting back in the chair, weight is primarily in your right heel. Use your breath, send it all the way down into your hips, into your legs, into your ankles. Good, and if you fall out, congratulate yourself for trying something hard, for challenging yourself. Come back when you're ready. Nice, Kathy. Let's slowly find our way back, friends, to a standing staff position. Left knee lifts, arms reach. Exhale, curtsy bow. So swing your left leg all the way around, left toes off the right edge of your mat. Bend both knees, stick your butt out, arms reach back, gaze down. Inhale, extended curtsy. So legs stay the same. Reach up and straighten your legs, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, curtsy bow. Stick your butt out. Inhale, extended curtsy, reach, squeeze inner thighs. Last time, exhale, curtsy bow. Inhale, high mountain. So both feet step onto your mat, both arms reach towards the sky. Take your dive slowly all the way down, traction out your spine, then fold. Very nice. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa however you want to. See you back in down dog. Take your time, nice lifts. Big, deep breaths. Ujjayi. Feel. Right side versus left side. Right leg versus left leg. Right hip versus left hip. What's going on inside your body? No judgment, just observation, just curiosity. All right, left leg to the sky. Take a moment. If you want, you can open your hip. If you want, you can keep your hips square, but find your strongest variation, your most efficient variation of this pose. So do you collapse somewhere when you open your hips? Do you collapse into your right shoulder? Do you collapse into your right hip? So feeling whatever there is to feel, just kind of taking in some data about your body, about the way you move. Take one more big inhale, left leg long, strong, powerful. Nice, Kirsten. Exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, round your spine and push the ground away, then step through as soft as you can. Take your time to rise up to your crescent lunge. Okay, so all 10 toes face directly forward, hips are square. Good, Sandra. And then find the stability in your legs. So your legs, you don't want to feel like you're sinking into them. You want to feel like they're lifting you up, they're supporting you. And then from your strong legs, you can grow your upper body into your expression. So your expression, it doesn't mean you need to do anything super fancy or super unique. It just means you feel, what do I want to embody today? What do I want to invite in? Does the way I am standing and the way I'm holding myself, the way I'm holding my gaze, what I'm doing with my face, does that support what I want to invite in? So feel into it. Take one more inhale. Beautiful. Nice, Michaela. As you exhale, let's find our twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Back knee bends to a hover. So you're staying nice and centered, not reaching forward. And imagine you're trying to drag your back leg forward, your back thigh forward. If you want, your back knee can come down at any time for less intensity. Breathe down into your belly and use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. Take one last round. Maybe gaze over left shoulder behind you. Bottom of your exhale, right hand to the ground. Stay in your twist a little bit longer. When your right hand touches down, if you want to adjust in any way, go for it. So maybe now you want to bring your back knee down. Maybe you want to come into a prayer variation. Maybe there's some other way you want to work this pose on this side. Nice, James. So feel into it, breathe into it. Use your exhales to twist. Last couple rounds. Really nice, everybody. Beautiful awareness. Very bottom of your next exhalation. Let it go. Walk your hands over to the right long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. Halfway lift. Breathe in, hands to hips. Feel your strong feet on the ground. Feel your connection to your core. Use it to rise all the way up. Once you're standing, pivot, heels in again, toes out. Come down into your high squat. So knees bent, knees over your ankles, hands to your thighs. And then take a moment and just kind of sway your legs from side to side. You can keep your hands on your thighs for support, or try extending your arms just out to both sides. Stay low in your legs. Stay here, or see if you can lift your right heel off the ground. Set your right heel down whenever you're ready and see if you can lift your left heel off the ground. And then if you want to, see if you can lift both heels off the ground. Stay low in your legs. Keep pressing your knees back behind you. All right, if your heels are lifted, set them back down. If your arms are lifted, bring them back to your thighs. Like we did before, we'll do the same thing a couple of times to each side, breath to movement. Inhale, stick your butt out, or lift. Exhale, twist to the back. Inhale through center. Stay low. Exhale to the front. Press your knees open really wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more time to the front. So inhale. Exhale all the way to empty. Inhale, center. Straighten your legs. Parallel your feet. You can take your time, but eventually all the way down into your wide-legged forward fold. Give yourself a few rounds of breath. Once again, anywhere you'd like to go. If you'd like, maybe a couple open mouth sides. All right, friends, hands or fingertips down if they're not there already. Crawl your hands to the top of your space and rotate your toes forward so you're in low lunge. From your low lunge into standing splits. Left foot roots, right leg floats up. All it is a one-legged forward fold, so don't worry about height. Go for length, strength, power, energy in your right leg. You can stay where you're at, or you can work it. You can play. Maybe you want to play with some hop sports handstand. Maybe you want to play with some Shiva squats. Perhaps left arm behind left leg, or both arms behind left leg, working with balance. Really good. Awesome job. Remember, we're not here to perform or be perfect. So if you fall, awesome. Cool. That means you tried something hard. You met an edge. Take one more inhale. Maybe lift your right leg higher. Maybe take one last hop. Very nice, Liz. Exhale, forward fold. Set your right foot down at the top of your space. If you need to, you can give your left leg a little shake out, or maybe just kind of pedal out your heels. Bring your big toes together to touch. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. Tiny little potato bug ball. So stay in your potato bug ball if you want to, or turn it into a toe stand like we did before. And if you want to twist, if you like that, if that was a fun challenge, go for it. The other thing you could play with this time if you want is opening your knees out and getting the soles of your feet to press together. So just for fun. Wherever you choose to go, breath is there with you. Playfulness, compassion, not perfection. Good, everybody. Take one more round. See if you can soften your face, unclench your jaw, maybe smile. Fingertips down, forward fold. So adjust however you need to. And if you want to give your feet a little shake, if your toes are feeling it, go for it. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Take it all the way to stand, high mountain, arms overhead. Pause for a moment and check in with yourself, check in with your body, with your imbalances. So maybe your imbalances, you're tucking your tailbone and rounding. Maybe you're overextending. So find neutral or as close to neutral as you can. Left foot is your base this time. Right knee lifts up. Flexion through right toes. Yes. Good. And then just using the mobility in your right hip, start to open and close. So your right hip is a hinge on a door, right leg is the door. If this is really hard for you, just notice that. See if you can feel your outer right glute squeeze as you open. It's called your medial glute. It's hard for people to engage. All right, after a couple more, keep that flexion in your right foot. We're coming into a figure four. So open up your hip, but sit back. Outer right ankle, top of left thigh. Chair plane variation with your arms. Or for this one, since we're holding for a while, feel free to explore any way you want to. Turn it into a forward fold with your hands on blocks or the ground. Turn it into an arm balance play. Even a twist. Nice work. Awesome, James. Wherever you are at, breath is right there with you. Even if you're falling out of the pose, your breath is right there with you. Last couple rounds. Come back to a standing staff position. If you need to set your right foot down, high mountain is totally fine. Inhale, standing staff. Maybe you extend your right leg. Exhale, curtsy bow. Swing it all the way around. Right toes off the left edge of your mat. Reach back, stick your butt out, gaze down. Inhale, extended curtsy. So legs extend as much as you're able to. Squeeze your inner thighs, reach up. 2 more. Exhale, curtsy bow. Stick your butt out, bend your knees. Inhale, extend it. Last time, bend your knees, butt sticks out behind you. Feel your strong back muscles. Squeeze them towards your spine. Inhale, high mountain, both feet on your mat. And dive all the way down. Forward fold. Halfway lift position as you inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, however you want to take your vinyasa, or you can skip it completely. Down dog or child's pose. If you're feeling more restful, take a child's pose, take a moment, ground. So we will move through that entire sequence a couple more times. And we'll go breath to movement. So it doesn't mean we'll move fast and speed through it as fast as we can. But we'll move slowly and intentionally with our slow, big, spacious breath. So if I'm cueing really slow for you, see if you can breathe bigger, breathe deeper. If you want to take a break at any time, just to give yourself a moment. If you want to do something different than what I'm cueing at any time, all of that is welcome. You have full permission to do whatever you need to do, always to take care of yourself. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose. Great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, gaze forward, however you want to get there. Top of your space, forward fold. Spinal extension as you breathe in. Nice, Sue. Exhale, fold. Take it all the way up. Big full body stretch at the top. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Sit low. Knees stay even. Inhale, high mountain. Little back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Puff up your chest. Open up. Realign. Inhale. Chair pose, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. All the way to empty, maybe gaze back. Inhale, high mountain. Now chair plane or drinking bird. So both arms swing back as you bend your knees, perhaps lift to tiptoes. Arcing Tadasana, heels down, cactus your arms, open up. And exhale straight into your dive. Maybe prayer hands at your third eye as you take it all the way down and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. How much length can you create? Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep your exhale going as you lower. Feel your heart open, inhale, shoulders back and down, elbow tips point back. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, breathe in. Use your strong core. Exhale, step through as soft as possible. Nice, Scotty. Inhale, crescent lunge. Rise strong through your legs. Good, high. Exhale, turbo twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Stay here. And inhale, left arm comes to the ground. Sorry, I lied. Don't stay here. Come down. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, left leg lifts. So skipping our wide-legged straddle and our squat, left leg high. Exhale, straight into your tiny little potato bug ball. So left foot down next to right, curl in, get small. Inhale, halfway lift, heels down, stick your butt out, lengthen. And fold as you exhale. Rise, breathe in, arms reach up, left knee floats up. Figure 4 with chair plane arms. So sit back, weight in your right heel, swing your arms back. Inhale, standing staff, option to extend left leg forward. Exhale, curtsy bow, swing it around, stick your butt out again. Inhale, high mountain, so just the one. Exhale, dive down slowly into your fold. Just like that, other side, halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa or straight to down dog. You can always skip it. Nice, Kathy. Inhale, curl open. And downward facing dog, exhale. Oh. Left leg high, active through left foot, strong through left leg. Step it through as soft as you can with your exhalation. Root down and rise as you breathe in. Exhale, work your twist. Inhale, stay in the twist, but lower your right hand. Maybe gaze up at your left hand. Exhale, unwind, root into left foot. Standing splits, right leg floats high. And straight into your little potato bug ball as you exhale. Big toes touch, get small. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold with your exhale all the way to emptiness. And from that place, rise. Arms reach up, right knee lifts up, standing staff. Figure 4 with chair plane arms. Sit back, weight in left heel. Strong through your back body, strong through your right toes. Inhale, standing staff, maybe extend right leg. Squeeze inner thighs, curtsy bow just one time. Bend your knees, gaze down. Inhale, high mountain, both feet on your mat, both arms up. Take your dive all the way down into your fold. Beautiful, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, or skip it. Downward facing dog. See you there. So give yourself just a moment. Check in with your breath, check in with sensation. We'll move through that sequence one last time. I'm going to add a few things. I'm going to put a few new poses, new variations in. So just like always, stay present. Listen to my cues, take what works, leave the rest behind. If you're coming with me, one last huge inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Exhale, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, release all the way to emptiness. Navel to spine connection as you rise up, arms reach up, high mountain. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair twist, left arm forward, right arm back, sit low. Inhale, reach high. Add your standing back bend. Exhale, navel to spine, protects low back as you curl open. Re-extend, realign, breathe in. Chair twist towards the windows. Exhale, use your strong core. Knees stay even. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. Float to tiptoes if you want. Arching Tadasana, so heels down. Open up, cactus your arms, puff up your chest. Straight into your fold as you exhale, maybe hands together at third eye. Dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Good, and exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, grow into back bend of choice. Exhale, down dog. All right, listen here, friends. Inhale your right leg high. Hold if you want, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit as high as you can get. Add a little push-up if you want to. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, back up. Yes, now everybody, exhale, knee to your nose and step forward softly. Crescent lunge as you inhale, rise. Twist, exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Now listen. Pause here, bring your right forearm across your low back, turn your shoulders forward, square them off, reach your left arm up. Lift your heart. Feel the length from your left fingers all the way down your left side body. Take one more round. Very bottom of your exhalation, left hand to the ground. Inhale, take your right arm to the sky and maybe gaze up at right fingertips. Exhale, unwind. Standing splits, right foot roots down, left leg floats up. Pause. Invitation to turn this into a balancing half moon if you would like to. So right hand on the ground or a block, left hand to left hip, or eventually left arm to the sky. Open through the front of your hips, open through the front of your heart. So everything is opening towards the windows, nice Mikkel. Whichever pose you're in, back leg is strong, back foot is active. Nice work, friends. Take one more inhale. Exhale slowly, tiny little potato bug ball. So just nice and easy. Curl in, neutralize your pelvis. Halfway lift, breathe in. Lengthen, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Rise all the way up. Standing staff, left knee lifts. Listen. Eagle pose, left knee on top, left arm on the bottom. So left arm underneath, wrap your arms together, squeeze your legs together. See if you can sit back, weight in your right heel, squeeze your legs. See if you can lift your elbows up and away from your chest, gaze through your arms. Breathe into your back body, back of your heart. So good. Take one more round, sit a little bit lower. Back to standing staff with your inhale, arms up. Perhaps extend left. Exhale, curtsy bow just one time, swing it around. Inhale, high mountain, stretch, lengthen. Contraction out your spine as you dive. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Nice work, lift halfway, breathe in. And plant your hands, feet back. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale to lift your hips, down dog. Left leg to the sky, inhale. You can hold if you want, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged, stretch it out. Left to left, aim for your armpit at the push-up if you want. Nice, Kate. Inhale, back up. Now everybody, exhale, knee to your nose and step forward super softly. Good. Rise. Crescent lunge. Strong legs. Square hips. Breathe in. Work your twist. Exhale towards the windows. Right arm forward. Left arm back. Back knee bends. Pause here. Left forearm across low back. Square shoulders forward. Now right arm up and reach back. Lift your heart. So you're not leaning back. You're curling open. Puff up your heart space. Feel the length all the way down your right side. One last round. So nice. Awesome. Tracy, bottom of your exhale, right hand to the ground. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Stay in your twist. Exhale, let it go. Left foot roots, right leg lift, standing splits, or open it up, balancing half moon. The right hip stacks on top of left. Outer left glute, your medial glute is squeezing. Maybe your right arm is reaching up. Maybe you're in the bind. So your pose, your expression, right leg strong, right foot active. Breath, spacious, powerful. Nice, Kate. Beautiful, everyone. Awesome, Cam. One more inhale. Nice and easy into your little potato bug ball as you exhale. All the way to emptiness. Halfway lift position, realign. Stick your butt out, lengthen your spine, and fold it in, exhale. All the way up, rise, arms reach up, right knee lifts. Eagle pose, so right knee on top, right arm underneath. Wrap your arms together if it's too much. Grab the backs of your shoulders, totally fine. Squeeze your legs. If you can't get the second wrap, I can't get the second wrap of my toes around my calf, just keep your foot active in some way. As you squeeze your legs, sit back a little deeper. See if you can lift your elbows a little higher. Last big breath. So nice. Inhale, standing staff, unwind everything. Option to extend right leg if you want. Last curtsy bow, swing your right leg around, arms reach back. Bend your knees as you gaze down. High mountain, stretch it out. And dive down into your fold. So nice, everybody. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you want to, or skip it. See you back in down dog. We're gonna move right into our pigeon pose. So from down dog, inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right shin to the top of your space. And if you'd rather take this on your back or in a seat, please, please, please feel free. Otherwise, regular pigeon, right knee is out towards the outer right edge of your mat. You're pulling your right hip up and back as you take your heart forward and down. And then to deepen it, all you have to do is scoot your back knee back a little further. It doesn't take much. Soften your face. Active through your right toes like you're trying to spread them. Take about 3 more deep breaths here. And as you are ready, slowly and intentionally start to find your way back to downward facing dog. So you can get there however you want to. Invitation to take it back to a 3-legged dog. Give your right leg a little shake out. And then even flip your dog if you want as a counter pose, wild thing. That's just an option. You definitely don't have to take it. If you do choose to take the back bend, give yourself a couple breaths or so there. And then just back to regular down dog, walk it out. If you want, you can take a vinyasa before we move to the other side. If you're on your back, you want to stay on your back and just take some neutralizing movements before moving to your left side, please feel free. So everyone, I'm just going to say in your next few breaths, you do you, however you want to get there. Pigeon on your left side. Probably the same variation you took on the other side, but maybe you've got something completely different going on in your left hip. So do honor that. Respond to that. Big deep breath. Notice what's flowing through you. Have you gone somewhere else in your mind, or are you still here in your body in this space? Notice sensation. Notice, is there any way you try to distract yourself from being in sensation? Give yourself a few more rounds on this side. And I will leave it up to you. So please, if you need more time, give yourself more time. But whenever you feel pretty much even on both sides, start finding your way back to one last down dog. That might be one last three-legged dog, flip it, wild thing. Maybe it's one last vinyasa, or maybe instead of one final down dog, you'd prefer to take one final child's pose. If you're down on your back, you want to wait for us there, that's fine too. And just walk it out for a moment. Feel whatever there is to feel if you're in downward facing dog. Feel all the length, all the space you've created. Breathe into it. And then if you're in child's pose, invitation to join us in a down dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, look forward to the top of your space, forward fold. And then from your forward fold, big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl. From your little tiny potato bug ball, invitation is to roll all the way back. So you're rocking and rolling on your back. And if you're like, that seems really scary, no big deal. You can just use your hands. But if you're not too afraid, see if you can just roll all the way back onto your tailbone and then start to rock it out. Maybe you even play with coming back up onto your feet and then coming back into a rocking position. So practice that if you want, or you don't have to. Eventually, you're just going to be on your back and turn it into rocks side to side, just gently. And then turn those side to side rocks eventually into a supine twist of your choice. So your knees might just fall to the right, or maybe you cross your legs, maybe you extend one leg, maybe you want to take a windshield wiper variation. So whatever works for you. You can go to either side first. After a few rounds on this side, just slowly find your way to the other side. Let's see if you can really just start to give your weight to the ground more and more with every breath. Once you feel pretty even on both sides, back to center. Any finishing poses you want to give yourself for about 10 rounds of breath. So maybe there's an inversion you want to take. Maybe you'd like to take another bridge, another heart opener. Maybe you'd like to take happy baby pose. Maybe you're ready for Shavasana. You want to go straight to Shavasana. As you slowly and intentionally make your own way into your final relaxation, and we'll read a poem to you. It's by the amazing Mary Oliver. It's one of my favorites. It's called I Worried. I worried a lot. Will the garden grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it. And I am, well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatism, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing, and I gave it up. And I took my old body and went out into the morning and sang. So these last few moments, notice if there's any worrying feelings, anxious thoughts, thinking about the future, what could go wrong. And just by noticing, so you're not trying to make them go away, you're not trying to push them away, you're just noticing them, making space for them, acknowledging them. Just by acknowledging them, it takes their power away. To let whatever is flowing through you, even if it's worried thoughts, even if it's worried feelings, let it flow through, let it have space. Know that it doesn't define you. Know that it is not who you are. You are the space behind it, the awareness behind it, the energy behind it all. Give yourself these last few moments to just be that space, to feel whatever there is to feel. And let the worried thoughts maybe come and go, but you don't need to attach to them. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And just start to wiggle, start to move, start to come back into your physicality. As you're ready, roll to one side, fetal position. Give yourself just a moment there. The position is intended to be nurturing, so you're coming back into the world feeling a little more nurtured, a little more held. I'm gonna soak that in. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing forward. Sit up tall, eyes closed or softened through your gaze, and then hands to heart. We'll just seal this practice together with one big collective Om. So please try not to worry so much how you sound, just like the poem. Don't let your own judgment of yourself stop you from singing. So just let your vibration move through you and express out of you and contribute to the sound that we all make together. So start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for contributing your energy into this space and to this class. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, thank you very much. Feel free if you have any questions to ask. Have a great day.